Whitaker, come here. We don't know where we're sitting.
We're at our new house and it is in another country called Antarctica.
Cold to Slovakia.
We're moving somewhere where our snowshoe cat can prance around in the snow like he likes it.
Hey, Whitaker.
Whitaker. He doesn't care. We're not really at a new house. Actually, we're at our current house, and we said, let's go outside so we're somewhere different than where we usually sit. And
it feels so good outside.
What's the temperature? Let's see what the temperature is.
And now it's like freaking cold.
What's the temperature? I know y'all saw the title of this video, and you're like, can y'all just get to the point? But let me just tell you, it's 47 degrees, and that's really cold for us Alabamians.
We need to go sit in front of the fireplace. We should move.
We should have done this in the front of the fireplace. You want to have a fireside chat, or do you just want us to shut up and talk about what we're going to talk about?
I'm all warm now. I'm growing my beard out for No Shave November.
Me too. Those were like crickets, but they were birds.
I was filming something earlier outside, and I was like, I think it may be in the bloopers. I don't know if I wanted to make bloopers. I was like, shut up, birds! And then I was like, my neighbors would think I'm a weirdo.
Should we take these off so they can see?
Y'all see me? Hey, here.
I
no, I had to like get in the right.
They get all blue. You want me to fix your?
I'm blue like a beat.
Okay, so y'all came here for us to hear us talk about what we're talking about.
And we got a little update.
We got a big update.
A little big town update.
But y'all know how we are, and well, you know how I am, and I'm always afraid to get excited about everything, and like everything is always like, well, I hope it's gonna happen, and I don't want to jinx it.
6.
And I'm trying to get beyond that, but that is the way it is when you're selling and buying a house. So that's what we're doing. We're selling and buying a house.
We're selling and buying a house.
We told y'all back in the summer that we were listing our house, putting our house on the market for, oh, it's a chipmunk, for sale, squirrel, chipmunk, whatever. We were selling our house.
Wait, did you say we're selling and buying?
Yeah, I'm about to tell them about it.
Oh.
Both.
It just hit me that you said that too.
Yeah. Did y'all hear that? Listen up. I'm going to tell you all about it. So, if you want to know like why and oh my god, didn't you just move and what's the deal, then go back and watch our video from the summer when we explained the whole thing. It's right here and you can go watch it. But we finally, after all this months, how many is it? July, August, September, October.
12 years.
No, like 3.5, 4 months.
It feels like forever.
Do have a contract. It's like, what do I call it? A contract on our house.
A cold Slovakia contract.
So if you've ever sold a house or bought a house, you know that you like, somebody makes an offer and then you all sign all the paperwork and then people have to like paperwork stuff.
She's all about, she's the paperwork
stuff.
Girl.
All kinds of stuff that goes on behind the scenes and inspections and appraisals and loan officers and like all kinds of people that you have to talk to, realtors and stuff. And so all of that has to go through. And now our neighbors are gonna know all our business. What are they doing? But they're listening to us talk about this. Get out of my yard.
Make an offer.
Are they listening really? What are they doing?
I think it's a squirrel.
No, it's not. It's a lady walking her dog and she's walking.
Make an offer.
Shh, stop it.
Oh shoot.
Oh, she stopped. She turned around. She's coming.
She did. Or is her dog pooping?
Okay, anyways, so the deal is though, just to get this out the door, the people that are buying our house do have to sell their house. So we've agreed upon everything, we have the contract finalized and all that stuff, but they have to sell their house first before we can close on this house.
So there's still a lot of contingencies.
Yes, a lot of contingency on that, because if that doesn't happen, then things don't work out. And if you've ever been in this situation, you know that that is life sometimes. That was how we bought this house. We had to sell our house before we bought this house, and we did, and it was fine. Interestingly, the people buying our house are actually friends of ours too. Friends of my sisters first, and then when we moved over this way, we became friends with them too. They have kids like
have a lot of friends in common.
Yeah,
too.
Lots of friends in common. So anyways, it's kind of cool because as long as everything works out, we'll be able to like see what they do to this house and like see them living here. And
they've talked about a lot of neat updates. Yes,
like stuff that we wanted to do but just weren't able to do. So I think that would be really, really awesome. When we got the offer on our house, we had kind of been like waiting. I mean, we had kept our eye on the market, and we would both like be like, oh, look at this house, and be looking at other houses for sale, but we were both like, okay, stop, don't show me, because I don't even want to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
Because if we don't have an offer, like, we don't want to get attached to a house.
That's another reason we kind of haven't really talked about it either, because I've still in the back of my head and been like, I'm not getting my hopes up. Even though stuff was getting finalized and signed and physically done on paper, I still don't really.
Well, because you just, I don't know, we protect our hearts a lot.
Yeah. Well, and we've moved so much stuff already out of our living space. When we put the house on the market, it was almost like, now we're having to go back and dig through those boxes to get all this winter clothes out. You know, it's like, why?
There was a clip of me putting all my stuff in a box and being like, these are all my fall and winter clothes. Hopefully I won't need those before we move.
Yeah.
And here I am in my fall and winter clothes. You just never know how long it's going to take. And it's, I mean, we've tried not to let it stress us. And it hasn't necessarily been stressful, but it's just kind of been like one of those, I don't do well when I can't just kind of know how to plan my next couple months in my head. Whether or not I'm really great at planning on paper is a different story, but in my head, I kind of like mentally prepare for stuff, and we haven't known.
Yeah, I'm ready to like start packing. But
I know.
we can't until
it's
like actually finalized, because like we said, the contingencies are there, so we don't know. Like can we say we have a CLOSING date?
Oh, well, okay, so let's talk about that, because
but we don't know, because they have to sell their house.
Right, exactly. So when they made the offer, and when we hadn't like agreed on everything and signed everything yet, when they made the offer, we were like, oh shoot, well, if we're about to move, then we need to start looking for houses. And so we allowed ourselves to start looking. I don't know that I'm ready to share the whole story of the house that we found yet, but we'll share that later. Yeah. But we ended up finding a house that we really like a lot and love.
We actually walked through it. It was that day when we went house hunting, and I card that too right here.
And you'll just have to hear the whole story of it later, but it's in an area that we had not previously looked at all, and was not even on our radar. Y'all know we talked about moving to the beach or moving somewhere further away, near the water, and
Utah,
anywhere cold. But it's not that far as the beach, but it is definitely not our same area.
It'll be a new area.
It'll be a brand new area for us, so that is exciting. We're really nervously in love with this house and this neighborhood, because obviously the people selling that house, for them, their contract is contingent on us selling our house and these other people selling their house. So
it's like a train engine.
We are
contingent
like
train.
Yes. And who knows if the people that are buying our house will have sold their house.
Contingent choo-choo, see.
Oh my gosh. So they obviously need to sell it, and if something falls through with our house selling because the people buying our house can't sell their house for some reason, then we lose that house, and that would be really sad for us and them, because I know they don't want to.
The people that were wanting to buy the buyer's house have to sell their house before they can buy that house, so those people can buy this house.
It could be a whole train of stuff. So like when we bought this house that we're currently in now, this is all confusing, I know, but when we bought this house, it was contingent on us selling our previous house. But when we sold that house, it was to some people who were moving from an apartment. So like they didn't have to sell anything.
Right.
We knew as soon as they signed the contract and got their financing approved, it was good.
Hopefully that's the case here.
Yes.
Or
that would be amazing. If or maybe somebody's already sold their house.
Out of town, coming like a transfer or something like that.
Yes. So we don't know. We don't know yet. But basically, I guess like the technical thing to say is that we sold our house. And we bought a house.
It's like technically our house is sold
on paper. It's just
contingent.
Not closed on because it's not really sold. I don't know. It's a hard thing, and I feel like I'm having to learn a lot of patience and giving up control of things. Yes. And when I feel like things are completely out of my hands, I don't do well with that. Like, I feel like I need to be doing something. I'm like, hey, can I come over and like help you get your house ready to sell? I mean, not really, but you know, I don't know. There's just hard. Literally no, we can't predict, even, we just can't predict if somebody's gonna buy their house, and we can't make it happen. We can't make it happen.
Just have to keep the people we're going informed of the situations, and hope nobody swoops in between that and that and that. And so there's like just a lot of questions still up in the air, but the train is chugging along. And
you did, I just realized, spell something earlier, and I'm pretty sure everybody watching this can spell.
Oh, I know. I was thinking Gaines may be around the corner or something, even though she's not even here.
She's not even Halloween.
But I didn't want anybody in the neighborhood to see.
Yes, but when you do it
here.
And they can't spell either, apparently. When you do all the contract stuff, we do have like a deadline, I guess you could say, like a closing date sort of deadline. And should everything go great and wonderful and speedy, then it could be sooner than that. Should it be slower, then we'll have to discuss that.
You'll just hold on to your stockings.
Basically, it could be before Christmas. Could be. Probably not. Could be. Or it could be before
not getting our
New
hopes
Year.
up, but we got some sleighs full of presents ready to go.
Basically, nobody's getting any presents this year because now we really don't have any money because we're doing all this.
We can't even afford heat. That's why we're sitting outside. No, I'm really kidding. But yeah, there's your live stream for the day. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and we will see you TFS. It was not a live stream.
But thank y'all for all your thoughts and prayers and love, and we really appreciate it. And
yes. Ah, let's go, Whitaker.
The lighting's really good right here. We should have been here this whole time.
Y'all go check out yesterday's video if you missed it, and the podcast if you missed it. And you were gonna work on a podcast, but you got another video maybe you were working on or something?
If you are not a podcast listener person, I'm putting my podcast from how I lost the weight that I've lost. I'm putting the podcast audio on YouTube, so you can listen to it there.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
On your channel.
Yeah, it's gonna be on my channel. Link to that is below.
Check it out.
Even here, if Cullen's real nice and wants to add it up there.
Go follow us on Instagram and all those other places. TikTok. I've been putting some stuff up on TikTok. And we will see you on TFS. Catch you on the flip side. Bye. Peace out.